Ain't no dang jokers. Alrighty, folks, big video. So in this video, I want to address the last time I was ever bullied in life. Howdy there, folks.
You're spending more of our money on those stocks. I'm gonna beat your ass.
Oh boy, did I get brutalized today.
Merry Christmas once again, and welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. We're doing a Christmas special where you either super chat me $8 or you Venmo me $7, and I'll talk about whatever clownish topic you want me to talk about. It can be about your stupid stunk. It can be about your crapto. It could be about your ETFs. It could be anything, as long as it's YouTube appropriate. Okay, let's keep it PG-13 here. So anyway, I am getting my kids tomorrow morning, and I'm going up to stay at my mommy's and daddy's. So this is probably the last video you're gonna see until Monday. So if you would like me to cover a specific topic, you better get those payments rolling in now, boy. Yeah. Yeah, when I have my kids, it's pretty exhausting. Okay, 3 and 4, and you know they don't even let you nap. So if you're tired, you're not gonna freaking nap. Okay, and I just don't have the energy at night to make videos when I have my kids. And even when I've tried, they freaking wake up and come in the room, daddy, and then I have to close the freaking video because I have a kid standing next to me at 9 o'clock at night in a freaking diaper. I mean, they're potty trained now, but for night, I still put them in diapers because I don't want them going wee-wee in their beds. So let's get them in, baby. All right, while we're hanging out, we'll do some member-only comments. Yes, you have to be a member for me to answer your comments. You don't like that? Call a lawyer. I don't care. You think I care? Do you see an ounce of caring in my eyes? In my beautiful hazel eyes? I don't care. You want me to answer your stupid comments? You're going to have to join the membership. Shut up. All right. This is the Venmo link. So click it, send me $7, and I'll cover whatever topic you want. Stepsis by Ipsis. Merry Christmas to Strong Man, your kids, and even to the radical left blonde scum woman you divorced to, President Trump. Wouldn't that be awesome if Trump tweeted about me? What could possibly make Donald Trump tweet about me? I couldn't possibly imagine. I guess I'd have to be like a famous leftist. Everything Trump does is bad. Literally everything. Oh, all I do is think about Trump every day. It's like, I get it, okay? You know, if you don't like him, why do we have to talk about him every day? Why are you so obsessed with him? Get a hobby. Okay, I voted for him, yeah. I don't think about him every day. I got stuff to do. You got these people who are just freaking obsessed. That's all they do is they talk about Trump. Trump. Oh, God. Anyway, thank you, Steps. The same to you and your family as well. You've had some very low IQ people on your platform before, like Ape Father, Brooklyn Truck Stop. Oh, Brooklyn. Echoes, but man, the grifter you had on last night took the title. What was your honest opinion after you got off on how grifty and scummy that dude was? I was shocked. If what he was showing was true, I was shocked how much money this dude was making. And I believe it's possible, man. It's so possible. If you can get a huge YouTube following or any kind of social media following, you can make a fortune. You can make a fortune. And all you have to do is just speak with confidence and promise instant riches. Okay? You appeal to people's greed and you say it with confidence. I mean, my message is boring. Oh, dollar cost average into VT. Yeah. Boring. But, oh, you want a Lambo? You want to go? You want a Bugatti? You want to go to Dubai? Yeah, but of course, bro. That's what all the morons want, as you can see, okay? I wish truth won out, but obviously that's not how the freaking world works because people are very flawed and easily exploitable. If you appeal to somebody's disgusting greed or their insecurities, oh, you can make so much money off of them. God, all I do is I shill VT and shill my taxes. Free consultation. Pin comment below. Yes, I'm a CPA. No holiday is going to stop Strongman for groveling from For me, Christmas is another day, dude. Even my birthday is another day. I don't care about like special days. Okay? I just don't care. Oh, it's Easter. It's Thanksgiving. Okay? Cool. You know, go hang out with family. Okay, got it. That's it. I got things to do. I got money to make. I got people to grift. I don't care about holidays anymore. Okay? But no, this will be my last video. I mean, by some miracle, if I'm feeling sprightly one night this weekend, I may do like a somebody's messaging me. Anyway, if I'm feeling sprightly, maybe I'll do a video this weekend, but usually I'm just worn out when I have the kids. And, you know, I got to drive to my parents. You know, my daughter's usually whining in the back. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? So I'm freaking tired. And it's hard. But once they're older, you know, I'll be like, all right, shut up and go to bed. Shut up and go to bed. All right, somebody says working on Christmas. I don't feel like I'm working. I actually enjoy this. I'm like interacting with the audience. Either I'm doing this, hanging out. Maybe I'll grift some money out of people. Or I could just go lay in my bed and watch TV. I mean, I got nothing to do today. I'd rather do this. Make $10, bro. The issue is his internet. Is my internet really that bad? Is it really that bad? Doesn't seem that bad. Maybe I'll check my router. Merry Christmas, Strongman, and all in the chat. Thank you, Michael McFeely, and same to you, Giga Chad. Dude literally said he is mad he slept too much and missed out on good trades. I died. It was almost like a troll. It was almost like a troll. It was so funny. But hey, he paid me. Look, if you want to debate me, it ain't free. Okay, you got to pay me $100. $100 if you want to debate me live. And the second you do something inappropriate, like if you try to flash your dong or try to get me kicked off YouTube, you're done. And I keep your money. Okay, but if you have like a reasonable debate, yeah, come on here and debate me. $100 to debate me. You don't like that? Call a lawyer. He actually paid me $110. I was like, all right. I quoted him 100. He said, pay me $110. I'm like, all right. So you're celebrating Kwanzaa tomorrow with the family. So let me look up Kwanzaa. What's Kwanzaa all about? Explain. I'm going to ask AI. Explain the origins of Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa. Can't have Christmas. No, we got to have Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa was created in 1966 by Dr. Maulana Karinga, a English man, definitely. Maulana Karinga, a prominent activist and professor of Africana studies. If you're a Christian, it doesn't matter what your ethnicity is. Okay? You're celebrating the birth of Christ. Why can't we just have Christmas? Okay, Christianity is not a racial thing. Anyway, to affirm and restore African heritage and culture among African Americans, it's basically evidence that they want to be an entirely separate nation. The holiday was established in the aftermath of the Watts riots in Los Angeles as a response to the community's cultural disconnection and a means to unite and empower the African American community. The name Kwanzaa is derived from the Swahili phrase Matunda ya Kwanzaa, which means first fruits. Yeah, I love fruit. African fruit. Karega drew inspiration. Yeah, I don't want to fit in with the broader American society. I want to create an entirely parallel nation within a nation. Why don't we feel welcome? Yeah, you have your own freaking national anthem too. I mean, like, just admit you don't want to be part of the nation. It's fine. Just admit it. Just be open about it. Karenga drew inspiration from various traditional African harvest festivals, such as those of the Ashanti and Zulu people, to create a shared Pan-African celebration. Cultural, not religious. But it's the day after Christmas? Yeah, it's totally not a replacement for Christmas, bro. Kwanzaa is a cultural, non-religious holiday that can be celebrated by people of any faith. Oh, I'm busting out my my pom-poms tomorrow. What's the colors? Green, yellow, and red. I don't know. It was conceived as an expression of cultural self-determination during the Black Freedom Movement, focused on shared values rather than religious doctrine. What are your shared values? Can't speak them on YouTube, of course. A core aspect of Kwanzaa is the Nguzo Saba, the 7 principles in Swahili, which are values of African culture intended to build and reinforce community. They do have a tight-knit community. They're very loyal to each other, unlike other ethnicities in America, which actively screw each other. Wonder who that could be. I can at least respect that about them. Okay, umoja. Here's the principles. Umoja, unity. You know, unity is very good, okay? We're very united in America. Kuji chaliglia, self-determination. Okay. Ujima, collective work and responsibility. Sounds communist. Collective work and responsibility. Ujama, cooperative economics. Nia, purpose. Kumba, creativity. And Imani, faith. And the final bullet, Pan-African identity. The use of Swahili, a widely spoken language in Africa, and the synthesis of traditions from various African cultures reflect a commitment to the broader Pan-African identity and the goal of restoring pride and a sense of belonging among people of African descent worldwide. Yeah, you definitely want to belong. Definitely. Okay, that's Kwanzaa. And you want more kids? I do. I do. You fold hard during every debate. I know. Dude, I could utterly destroy somebody and you'd still say I folded. I could, no matter what I do, you'll just say I folded. I know how you operate, Alan, okay? No matter what. I could be emperor of the universe and you'd still call me a failure. Emperor of the universe. Well, why aren't you emperor of the multiverse? And then I become emperor of the multiverse. And then you're like, why aren't you emperor of the decaverse? Kwanzaa literally just celebrates African American. That's it. Well, at least some people in America like themselves. Did you get any fart coin for Christmas? No, and I don't plan to. Rob, Bob, my gifted, and I saw the super chat. We'll get that to in a second. My gifted membership to this channel, best Christmas gift I received. It was the only, that's all you got? That's all you got? Man, your relatives are slacking. I'm sorry to hear that, Bob. You watching Stranger Things 5 Volume 2 comes out at so I'm actually dating somebody and we're watching it together, so I have to wait. So when she's not here, I watch Vikings. I should just watch it anyway. Oh, I didn't watch it, my queen. No. Review RH Banking website. RH Banking. What do you mean by that? Robinhood Banking? RH Banking. can refer to Robinhood's financial services or Restoration Hardware's consumer financing options. I assume you mean Robinhood. Do you mean Robinhood? Okay, Robinhood. Yeah, got it. Awesome. That is a great recommendation. I love talking about Robinhood. Okay. All right, let's check this out. Robinhood banking. Oh, of all the reputable banks in the world, I'm going to put my money in Robinhood. That lends money to freaking degenerate morons. Robin, oh, it's gold. It's gold. We're in Egypt, bro. The Egyptian afterlife awaits. What does this have to do with Egypt and gold? How dare you defile a rich history with this grifting garbage? Robinhood banking, private banking on private banking. What? Isn't that for like super rich people? Oh, yes. I don't need a regular bank. I need a private bank. I'm rich. Yeah, concierge. Find me a Chipotle near my hotel. Oh, right away, sir. Yes. No longer reserved for the ultra wealthy. Oh, wow. Robinhood's democratizing private banking. Yeah, because you got $2,000 in your freaking Robinhood account. Now you could join the ultra wealthy, bro. Where would we be without Robinhood? Before I had Robinhood, I was poor. And then the second I downloaded the app, I became one of the financial elite. Robinhood is a financial technology company. It's a disgusting grifting enterprise, not a bank. Banking services are provided by Coastal Community Bank, member FDIC. Banking's biggest moment since the gold coin. Oh, there's been no innovations in banking that are as big as Robinhood. This is so momentous that we have to compare this to the usage and creation of a gold coin. So when was the first gold coin? Let's go find out when the first gold coin came into existence. When was the first gold coin used? The first gold coins were minted in the ancient kingdom of Lydia, Turkey, around 6 BCE. So there's been no innovations as big as Robinhood banking since the 6th century BCE. Oh my God. Wow. I'm starting. I'm getting tempted to sign up. 3.25% savings APY. Okay, you can get the same or even better in short-term treasuries, and you don't pay state tax. That's 8x the national average. Estate planning. Draft your trust and will. Oh, yeah. Yeah. For something as important as your trust and your will, don't go to a lawyer. Go to Robinhood. Professional tax advice. Plan with certified tax professionals. Oh, you know another way you could plan with certified tax professionals? Through me, a CPA. No, that's strong, man. A CPA that's done hundreds of tax returns. Multiple tax seasons. No, I'm going with Robinhood. Oh, I saw Venmo come in. Send money worldwide. International transfers, okay. 24/7 support, okay. 2.5 million FDIC insured. Your money is safe. And it's got a little caveat here. Access around the world. From the Masters to the Met Gala. Oh, yes. Let's equate a grifting app that offers a bank to the Masters and the Met Gala. It's the same thing, bro. Get tickets to events like the Met Gala, Oscars, F1 Monaco Grand Prix, Coachella, and more. Yeah. I'm sure there's like a 1 in a million chance you get that. Okay. I guess we're going to an ancient Greek auditorium or a Roman amphitheater. Travel like royalty. All you got to do is deposit your $10 of savings in Robinhood, and you get to join the ultra wealthy, bro. Get access to personal chauffeurs. Does anybody believe this? Seriously? Luxury helicopter rides, premium hotel experiences, and more. What is this? Oh, private jet travel. Oh. Global private chauffeur. Yeah, you probably ride a camel. That's your freaking chauffeur. Luxury helicopter rides with a Beetle. And members only vacation. Yeah, you just go to the pyramids for free, bro. Introducing cash delivery. Your cash is delivered on demand right to your doorstep. No need to search for an ATM. Number one, I barely need cash. Number two, if I really need cash, there's 1,000 different ways to get freaking money. Okay, you can go to the grocery store and get cash back. There's an ATM by my grocery store. I just go to the ATM. Takes me 2 seconds. Wow. Bring the whole family. Yeah, I'm going to expose my whole family to rock. I love you, mom and dad. Here, sign up for this grifter, disgusting scam company. Have an account for you, your partner. My partner. And each of the kids. Yeah, I want to set my kids up for success. Here, I'll teach my 4-year-old how to trade options and use leverage. Move money with ease. Wires, checks, international transfers. Move money how you like. Available now. So you got to sign up for the membership. No, I'm not signing up for the membership. Okay. Travel routes may be limited. Cash delivery service coverage varies based on location. All products and their associated terms are subject to change. Wow, I'm completely sold. I mean, this is laughable, okay? You're not going on a private jet, signing up for this stupid bank. You're not going to get global private chauffeurs, luxury helicopter rides. Does anybody believe this? This is so stupid. All right, I saw the Venmo. Let me see if anybody super chatted before. It's so stupid. Wow, that was a good suggestion. Thank you very much. I didn't even know they had banking. All right, we got Mr. M for $7. Oh, I doxed you. I said M. Let's see. You want me to cover bros? Bros, Merry Christmas, strong dog. Thank you, Mr. M. All right, let's go check out bros. Bros, my house. Bros before house. All right, I'm personally, I've actually never been to a bros. Bros, and actually, I don't want to dox exactly where I am. I mean, you can probably find me pretty easily, but whatever. I'm actually a fan of bros, okay? So you can see the stock. It's basically fully recovered from the collapse of the clown market. And they've been delivering. And we're actually going to compare them to Starbucks. Because I personally hate Starbucks. Everything Starbucks stands for utterly disgusts me. Oh, look at all our fruity flags. We're such good people. Shut up. That's all you have to do. Just fly a flag and you're a hero. You don't have to accomplish anything in your life. Just have a flag flying. All right. So the stocks had some pretty stellar performance. Let's see. Get out of here. Market cap of 11 billion, revenue of 1.54 billion, positive net income trailing PE of 126 and forward PE of 76. So I mean, it's richly valued, but if it's growing fast, I mean, you could potentially do well. Maybe. Dutch Bros operates and franchises drive-through shops in the United States. They operate through company-operated shops and franchising. I believe it's mostly company-operated. We'll go ask AI, my sweaty hot guy, in a second. Let's go look at the financials. So it's richly valued, but I'm sure it's growing quickly. Okay, revenue's cooking. It's cooking, baby. I mean, very stellar growth. The most recent quarter up 25%. Let's look at margins. So gross margin has hovered around mid-20s. Let's compare that to Starbucks. I'm a good person. Oh my God, I voted for Obama. Kamala, yeah. That's all you got to do in your life is just vote. So it's actually got better margins than better gross margin than Starbucks. Good. Hope Starbucks gross margin goes to 0. Look at this EPS growth. Oh, Starbucks is getting cooked, man. All right, so they got better gross margins than Starbucks. Operating margins pretty solid. I mean, 10% in the most recent quarter, 13%, and they've been increasing their operating margins. I mean, I don't know how much more they can increase the margins themselves. Starbucks, yeah, it's about Starbucks' level, maybe a little bit better. They're profitable. They've been consistently profitable for about 7 or 8 quarters, and they're finally printing free cash flow. Earnings per share, let's see. I mean, it's kind of just, you can't really see the growth because of this. This kind of distorts it. But they're definitely increasing their earnings per share pretty precipitously. They turned positive EPS in June 30th, 2023, that quarter. So, I mean, pretty impressive numbers. It's just richly valued. I mean, I think your opportunity, I'm not saying the stock won't do well, but I think you probably had a better opportunity down here personally. All right, let's look at cash flow. Holy crap. Look at operating cash flow just going ballistic. So the reason their free cash flow hasn't increased a lot is because obviously they're doing a lot of capital expenditures, just opening more stores basically. So, I mean, they're in their growth phase. So you're not going to see like crazy free cash flow. All right. Net debt. I mean, they're packing on some debt, but let's go look at their interest expense. Where is it at? All right. So their interest expense in their most recent quarter consumed 18% of their operating income. I'm sorry, the trailing 12 months it did. I thought I had it on quarterly. What's going on here? All right, let's go look at this again. So in the most recent quarter, their interest expense consumed 15% of their operating income. I mean, so that's reasonable. They don't have like an insane amount of debt. And it's actually been trending down, probably because they're obviously paying off debt. Share count. I mean, they're issuing shares pretty crazily, but they're definitely relying a lot on equity financing to expand their business. Okay. I mean, it could be justified if they can keep printing decent profits. It could be justified. Price to sales, pretty up there. Price to books, price to operating cash. It's just pricey. I mean, it's not a bad business. I mean, compared to this freaking turd, no thanks. So, I mean, I like Bros. I mean, but honestly, if you're going to buy the company, is this a good price? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. Let's go check it out. I've never been to one, but I like how you can just drive through and you can get all these different customized orders. Like, I would definitely use this. If I had one close to me, I would definitely use this every once in a while. I wouldn't get any of these frou-frou drinks, but I would get like, you know, iced coffee. I mean, they're kind of sugary. There you go. Annihilator. I mean, I'd probably get the low carb one, obviously, but I would definitely use this company. So, I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but they even have protein coffee. Does Starbucks offer this? This is pretty cool. I like this. Okay. And they're just a normal company. They don't have fruit flags everywhere. Nobody likes that stuff. Everybody pretends like they like the fruit flags. Nobody actually likes it. Just stop. I don't want to go to a coffee shop and be surrounded by radical communist propaganda. And I don't want to get a drink served from a woman with green hair and a nose ring. I just want to go to a regular store and get some coffee. Okay? Is that too much to ask? I like Dutch Bros. I like it. Okay? No, I mean, on the stock price, don't know. Total addressable market is about 7,000 shops. How many shops do they have now? How many shops does Dutch Bros have? So they're ambitious. They only have 1,000 locations right now, and their TAM is 7,000. So I mean, this company could do extremely well. I mean, compare the market cap of Dutch Bros. So they're at 11 billion market cap. Starbucks is 100 billion. Could I see Dutch Bros potentially taking some market cap or share from Starbucks? Totally. I totally could. I totally could see that. Okay. So, I mean, I don't see any like major red flags with the company. They seem to be doing pretty well. I mean, they had some deceleration in revenue growth, but it's still solid and they're pretty profitable. Their debt's not unmanageable. They do have high share issuance. They're going to. If you want to build all these stores, you have to raise capital. I mean, they don't have a dividend. I don't know if that's a big deal. Do they have a dividend? Oh, they don't have. It's a worthless company. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. All right, let's go. All right, what do we have here? Oh, we got two ones. We got AMC and we got the Planet. Is that Planet 13? So I, Christopher Bell, have been to the planet. I have been to the planet in the flesh, in the beautiful flesh. I have been to the planet. And it was a nice store, okay? I went there. There's actually a video on my channel. You can watch it. I went to the planet, and I got to see all the Jack Jackson and the bud tenders, and they had an open flame that was unattended. I don't know why. I had some food there. I mean, it was a good experience. But it's like the whole thing they're trying to do is like this premium level experience when you go and buy your Jack Jackson, and it's probably mostly tourists that go there. As a frugal shopper, I'm not going to go to Planet 13. Like if I was actually consuming this substance, I would not go to Planet 13. Okay, I would just go to the local Walmart or something to get it. All right, let's check out their earnings. This was a Jeremy favorite, by the way. Let's check out their stock price, too. Is it Planet? I think it's this. 22 cents. Oh, guys. Why did it go to zero? What is going on here? Okay, what does this chart tell you, ladies and gentlemen? This is probably going to go bankrupt. Not guaranteed. I think the market's pricing in this thing's probably going to go bankrupt. I don't know about you. What's the short interest? Negative short, because it's so amazing. It's negative short. Okay, well, no, basically nobody's shorting it, probably because you can't. All right. The Planet is a vertically integrated multi-state Jack Jackson company. Let's look at the financial results. The Planet Q3 marked the low point for Planet 13. That's a great way to start your earnings. We took decisive action to address our cost structure and operational challenges. Our underlying gross margin would have been approximately 45%, reflecting the strength of our cultivation platform. Yeah, your stock price is definitely showing your strength. Revenue was $23 million as compared to $32 million, a decrease of 27%. That's concerning. If my revenue for my tax business was down 27%, I would be very concerned. But I'm profitable regardless. The decrease in sales was driven by price compression. No crap. This is not a rare good. You can get this at 1,000 different places. It's Jack Jackson. And a weaker consumer environment in Nevada and increased competition. When I was in Florida, they had those stores everywhere. Gross profit was $50 million or 21%. As compared to 50, God. The lower gross margin was driven by significant one-time costs, primarily related to Florida and California. What one-time costs? Gross impairments? Are you writing stuff down? What's going on here? Gross margin, I mean, that's usually the impaired inventory. That's usually why the margins are so low. Gross margin, excluding one-time costs, would have been 45%. So still a decrease. So even excluding the one-time costs, it would have dropped from 51 to 45. So your revenue's dropping, your margins are compressing. Total expenses were $46 million as compared to $20 million, an increase of 130%. Total expenses include a $30 million impairment loss. That's an asset write-down. That's not good. That means you bought an asset and you found out it was worth a lot less because you suck. Operating expenses were down. Okay. Net loss was $44 million. Wow. As compared to a net loss of $74 million. Net loss included a $30 million impairment loss. So even without the impairment loss, it would have been a $14 million loss. Wow. Cash of $17 million as compared to $23 million. Okay, so cash is dropping. Total assets dropped by 25% plus. A big chunk of that was probably the impairment loss. Total liabilities of $103 million. So they're not underwater yet, but I'm sure they'll get there. They announced the launch of a revamped loyalty program. They launched the Ha Ha branded fast-acting soft shoes. They announced the opening of the DeLand dispensary in Florida, Pace dispensary in Florida. There's so many Jack Jackson stores. They're done. They're so done, dude. They are cooked. Can I see the balance sheet? I want to see the balance sheet. All right. So cash and restricted cash dropped from $25 million to $17 million. Accounts receivable is actually up from December 31st, shockingly. Inventory's down. Assets held for sale. They're selling. What are they selling? Stores? Failing stores? Okay, yeah, looks like it because their property, plant, equipment dropped massively. So they're probably selling some stores, and they probably had a huge write down of a store, and then they're selling whatever's left. Lots of intangible assets and goodwill. Leases. All right. Accounts payable $6 million and accrued expenses are $7 million. Off of liquid cash of $17 million and receivables of $1.7. They're in trouble. Look at this. Notes payable current portion. They have $10 million of debt coming due in a year. Who's going to refinance that? They can barely, if they took all their cash, I guess they could pay it off and they probably just go bankrupt. They got $10 million of debt coming due within a year. Cooked. Total accumulated losses of $315 million over the life of the company. What a freaking joke. Impairment loss. Losers. Loss on impairment of, they wrote down a bunch of stores or a store or two, probably. Loss on impairment of intangible assets, trademarks, patents, whatever. Loss on disposal. So they're losing money on getting rid of their fixed assets on top of that. Loss on reserve for slow-moving inventory. They're so done, dude. Oh my Lord. They burned $10 million of cash in operations. Why is this is backwards? It's supposed to be operating, investing, financing. All right, so they're revolving on a Bank of Nevada revolving credit line. I'm sure that's low interest. Payment of promissory note to former Vidacan shareholders. What? Okay, so basically what they're doing is they're borrowing on this credit line, probably getting charged a fortune at interest, and they're selling off assets just to stay alive because they're massively burning cash. from their operations. How much is their interest expense versus their operating income? Can I just have an income statement? Okay, here we go. Interest expense net. Okay, so they had 91 million of interest expense. Oh no. 91,000? Because this isn't in thousands, is it? Okay, so they had 91,000 of interest expense after a loss from operations of 41 million. What is this? Foreign exchange loss. What? This is bad, dude. they're basically done. Buy the dip, bro. All right. Well, that was Jack Jackson Central. AMC. Oh, my favorite AMC. Let's go check out AMC. How's all AMC doing? Remember there was a YouTuber called Strongman Personal Finance that called AMC a clown stock and everybody sent him death threats. You remember that? I remember that. Oh my God. This is not good, ladies and gentlemen. This is not good. This is very bad. I just ripped one. Very appropriate for AMC. So it's literally a penny. Did they do a reverse split a while back? I thought they did that. Okay, so it's got an $861 million market cap off trailing revenue of $4.8 billion and trailing net income of negative $640 million. Wow, I wonder what that stock price is telling us. What could that mean? They must be about to 20x, bro. The only thing, maybe somebody will acquire them. Maybe. I don't know. But price target $3.30. Yeah, I'm sure any day now. All right. Let's go look at the revenue. Okay, so they managed to. Basically, the pandemic destroyed this business. They were cooked. Totally destroyed them. All right, so they were able to recover their revenue. They're doing okay. At least it's not contracting massively. Gross profit. What happened in this quarter? What happened in this quarter? Q1 2025. Okay, so they still have gross profit. They still have positive operating income. But here's the problem, ladies and gentlemen. If they didn't have massive debt, they'd be okay. They'd be okay. This isn't a stellar, but at least they have positive operating income, right? Interest expense, 127 or 120 million in a quarter. Look at this. They're getting annihilated by debt. Done. So even this positive operating income, which, okay, great, they recovered it. They make some money before interest. They're done. They have so much debt. The clown-demic destroyed this company. You can see the interest expense is increasing. It's not going down. It's increasing. Oh, my Lord. Unusual items. Oh, let me guess. An impairment. Oh, and they're issuing shares like crazy, right? Like, look at the share increase. It's not going to save the company. It's a penny stock. You can't raise enough capital if your freaking share price is $1 per share. You're done. This company's done. I can't wait till it goes bankrupt. Oh, I'm going to have a celebration. Oh, mamma mia. It'll be so funny. Yeah, so, there's just too much debt. I don't know what to say. Let's go look at the balance sheet. All right, cash is dwindling. So you see the shares massively going up, and the cash is still dropping. They're valued too low. How are they going to raise capital? Who's buying these shares? So cash is dropping. Okay, it'll eventually go to zero. They got total current assets of $619 million, total current debts of 1.6 billion, of which 400 million is unearned revenue. Basically money, cash they've received, it probably gift cards or something. So they have 1.2 billion of short-term debt. And okay, so right now their long-term debt's not coming due. I wonder when their long-term debt starts to mature. I wonder, okay? Because right now they got about 4 billion of long-term debt. And then, obviously they have leases, unearned revenue. That's cash they've received in advance, gift cards, whatever. When does their debt mature? When does AMC's long-term debt mature? Their long-term debt maturities have been significantly extended through recent refinancing deals, pushing major portions. Oh, man. Out to 2029 and 2030. We have to wait that long, potentially? Do you think they're going to be able to turn it around, guys? They just have so much interest expense. They're done. They're done. There's no recovering. Okay, so the debt's not maturing. I mean, obviously, they refinance most of its debt. I mean, the lenders are trying to keep them alive. Who lended them money in the first place? What kind of moron would lend this company money? Let's look at this cash burn. Okay. Woo! I mean, let's look at the annual operating cash burn. I mean, they've been able to slow down their cash burn, okay? They're holding on for dear life. But it's not going to save them. What's really killing them is capital expenditures. So their operating cash flow, they've been able to get a handle on that, but they're probably paying so much money to maintain the theaters. They need to do a massive divestiture. They need to divest like a lot of theaters, okay? A lot of theaters. Let's see, net debt. I mean, they're paying off a little debt, but it's just not enough. They're just issuing common stock like crazy. And look at it, they just can't raise capital anymore. I know they're underwater. Hold on a second. Total equity, negative 1.78 billion. So they have 1.78 billion more debt than assets. I think they're cooked, ladies and gentlemen. That's my humble opinion. But you can't predict the future, right? Oh, I got a LinkedIn notification. I don't even know why I'm on LinkedIn. All right, what do we have? Oh, we got a new member. Welcome. Hoi. I thought you were already a member. Weren't you already a member? Excuse me. All right, we got another one. And once these slow down, we'll get back to member-only comments. RTO, keep the bugs at bay. Never heard of this company in my life. RTO. This one? Okay, Rent-A-Kill Initial, together with its subsidiaries, provides route-based services. It offers a variety of pest control services for rodents, flying and insects, as well as other forms of wildlife management. Okay. Aren't insects like dying off in massive amounts? The company provides hygiene services, including the provision and maintenance of products such as soap and hand sanitizer dispensers, hand dryers, air care, cubicle and surface, and feminine hygiene. Ew. All right, let's go check out their website. I mean, it's a pretty boring business, right? But it's needed. It's needed. Protecting people, enhancing lives, and preserving the planet. So amazing. Okay, they sold a business, France Workwear. Our business lines, pest control, hygiene, and well. I mean, it's a boring business, but I'm not saying this stuff's not needed. especially pest control. I had a pest problem in my house. I had freaking ants everywhere. You know what I did? So I mixed, what I did was I got a spray bottle and I put water in it. And then I put like dish soap. I think that was it. Yeah, I just mixed those together and then I would spray the ants, and it actually eventually got rid of the problem. Well, what ultimately got rid of the problem is I had to get like something from the local store. I mean, you need this stuff. All right, so market cap of 15 billion. Are we sharing? We're sharing. Market cap 15 billion, trailing revenue of 7.5 billion, positive net income, PE, forward PE 21. They got a dividend. Let's look at the share price. All right, it hasn't been doing too hot in the last 5 years, but I mean, over time, they've obviously delivered pretty decent returns. Since when? 2003. I mean, that's decent returns, especially if you factor in the dividend. All right, let's look at the financials. I hate these semi-annual reports. All right, so revenue is growing. They must have had some kind of acquisition back in 2022, I imagine, because revenue really took off back then. So they've had some pretty significant revenue growth over the last couple of years. Cost of revenue. See, this is so weird. We have to look at it annually. Yeah, they probably did an acquisition. I mean, revenue's basically flat, though. You know, it's probably actually lower than inflation. Gross profit up. Selling and admin up. Let's see operating income. Okay, it's grown. Let's go look at the margin percentages. 82% gross margin. Decent operating margins, you know, not out of the ordinary, 11, 12%. Consistently profitable, but their profit margin's starting to contract a little bit. Could it be interest expense? Could they have borrowed money for the acquisition that I'm thinking they did? Free cash flow is kind of going down. The profit margin's going down. I suspect due to debt. The dividend's up a little bit, but I don't care about the dividend. Earnings per share is trending down. Let's see their interest expense. Yep, they took on a lot of debt for a recent acquisition, so it's actually contracted their profit margins. I mean, it grew their revenue, but it's contracted their margins as a result. All right, operating cash flow, slow growth. Yeah. What did they acquire? Who did Rentokil acquire in 2022? They acquired Terminix Global Holdings, a major pest control company. I mean, like I said, it grew their revenue, but it actually contracted their profit margins because of the freaking debt they had to take on. Because right now, their interest expense is consuming about a fifth of their operating income. Yeah, debt interest is consuming about almost 27% of their operating income. Before the acquisition, their interest expense was only consuming, well, we'll do 2021, 34 divided by 9%. Okay, so it looks like the bondholders are making off like bandits here. I mean, it's not like catastrophic levels, but a significant chunk of their profits are being consumed by the interest from that acquisition. Total current assets of 3.6 billion in pounds. Current debts of 3.2 billion, so not catastrophic. Okay, not that much short-term debt. Well, I mean, a decent amount, actually. Long-term debt. They just packed on more. What are they doing? What's going on here? Was this acquisition worth it? I don't know. Let's see. Shareholder equity. I don't know. It seems like a pretty boring business. The debts. I wonder if that acquisition was even worth it. I mean, they had that jump in revenue growth, and now they flatlined again. So once again, they flatlined their revenue, but now they have lower margins. Was it worth it? I don't know. I mean, I don't think they're going to go bust anytime soon, but what's the bull case? What are they doing? I don't see the 10x, bro. I'd rather buy an index than this. Watch, it'll go up 1,000% next year, but I'm not a fan personally. Not a fan. All right. Test. What are we testing here? Is that a company? Test? Oh, look. Testosterone. Yield max Tesla performance and distribution target 25. What? Is that what you're talking about? Is that a yield max ETF? Let me know. Say yes or no. Is that the Tesla yield max? No, it's my long question. Okay, let me go back. Okay, says for some reason I can't send my grifting super chat. Says messages not sent. Edit and try again. The attraction seems to be the much higher upside leverage versus the common if op short. What are we talking about here? Hold on. Okay, just let me know what you want me to cover. The long question. This one? In your view, when does that upside leverage justify choosing warrants over a stock? I would never do warrants. Ever. Basically, a warrant allows you to buy a stock at a certain price, but they expire. Well, why would you want something that expires? To me, like, I'm not a fan of options. I'm not a fan of warrants. You can make money, obviously. Like, if you have a warrant, you're allowed to buy something at a certain price, and the stock goes up massively, and you can buy it at a much lower price. Okay, that's wonderful. But why would you take that risk? Why would you put a time frame on your investment? Like me, when I buy VT, I just hold it. Okay, yeah, maybe I won't get as good returns if I bought a call option. Maybe not, but I don't put a time frame on it. So he's saying if Valeris runs into the $100 range, the shares may be up 100%, but the warrants would reprice multiple times higher due to expanding delta and time value. Even before, I mean, like, I'm not an expert on options and delta and time value, but I can tell you one thing that's certain: a warrant or an option, there's an expiration period. So the calculus is: do you want to risk the warrant expiring, or do you want to just own the company? Because if the company goes up in value, you're going to make money from the share price appreciation. I would just own the company, personally. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but like my personal opinion is I don't mess around with things that have expiration periods. I don't like that. Not a fan personally. So Valeris common stock. Let me check that out real quick. I thought you thought this would have been a funny one. I didn't even know this I might have to look into this. Yield max Tesla performance and distribution. I might make it like a separate video on that one. Valeris. Okay, so you have warrants for 100 and it's at 50? Is that why would you want to have a time? I mean, maybe it goes to 100, but maybe it's after the period that the warrant expires. So if you think it's going to 100 or more, why not just buy the stock? Offshore contract drilling in Brazil, the UK. Okay, let's see how they've been doing. I mean, they've been able to grow revenue, so revenue growth is pretty decent. Let's see. Gross margin is massively expanded. Wow. That's impressive. Woo! Look at those profits. Holy crap. Well, they're making a lot of profits, I'll tell you that. Wow. So historical, I mean, revenue's been okay. It's been growing decently. And then, but the margin expansion is incredible. Operating cash flow, massive growth. Not really crazy capital expenditures. They're selling property, plant, equipment. Okay. Oh, they did a couple stock buybacks. That's cute. All right, let's look at their balance sheets. So they got $1.3 billion in liquid assets, mostly receivables and cash. $718 million of current liabilities, so nothing crazy there. Okay, so liquidity's fine. They got plenty of liquidity there. Property, plant, and equipment. I mean, it's been growing steadily, but nothing crazy. Okay, so their long-term assets don't seem that crazy. Long-term debt, they got $1 billion of long-term debt on $2 billion of property, plant, and equipment. So not a crazy amount of debt. Long-term unearned revenue is growing significantly, which that means they're securing new contracts. Let's see how much interest is consuming their operating income. All right. Not crazy. Seems about 10%. Yeah, roughly 10%. I don't know what happened here. But yeah, their interest isn't that crazy. So, I mean, it seems pretty solid. I don't know where it's going to go in the future, but they seem to have some positive things going on. Their margins are pretty incredible. So, if that continues in the future, wonderful. Price to operating cash flow. Why is it valued so low, though? Seems pretty cheap on those metrics. Why? What's the forward PE? PE 8, forward PE 20. I mean, they've been doing okay. So even the analysts say the price target's 54. So like, why would you put an expiration period on that? Personally, I'm not a fan of that kind of stuff. So no thanks. All right. Let's see. Ticker walk. Retire a billionaire. I don't need to be a billionaire to retire. I'll tell you that. If somebody gave me $1 million liquid right now, I'm riding off into the sunset. I probably still do YouTube though. It's like fun. Walk. City walk. What is this? Wow, I can see the billionaire potential here, ladies and gentlemen. Is this? What is this? Okay, it's got a market cap of 33,000. I could literally buy this company. Me. Right now. Well, maybe not right now. I could buy this company. It has a $34,000 market cap. Trailing revenue of 10 million, negative net income, negative earnings per share of negative $26 per share. No forward PE. Work medical technology company manufactures and sells medical consumables in the People's Republic of China. They offer disposable medical devices such as face masks, tourniquets, endotracheal tube holders, intubating stylets, and Guidal Airways. Okay, so it's... Okay, I'm not going to this website. Sorry. I probably just got a virus. What happened to the stock? They must have just declared bankruptcy or something. Wow, look at this chart. What is this chart telling you, ladies and gentlemen? Down 99.18%. Work Medical announces a 1-for-100 reverse stock split. You get 100x, bro. So what? You move the decimal over twice, and it's $3.28. Wow, wow. Let's look at the financials. All right, revenues utterly collapsed. Let me guess. They sell face masks, so they made a lot of money during the pandemic. Shocker. Okay. Let's see. Massive losses and profits. Free cash flow per share just collapsing. Well, at least they've maintained their gross margin. Massive losses. Awful. Oh, let's look at their balance sheet. They have $2 million of cash. They have $21 million of liquid assets. And they have $18 million of current debt. They got some short-term debt coming due. I wonder if that's what cooked them over. All right. Long-term assets of $10 million. Mostly property, plant, and equipment. Okay, it's not showing any long-term debt. So I guess all their debts coming due in the next year. This is probably what sent them under or is about to send them under. How much interest? Okay. Their interest expense, I mean, when they had positive operating income, it wasn't that significant, but they've been getting absolutely cooked. Their gross margin has been massively contracting. They're not doing too hot. Negative operating. Okay, they burned $2 million in a year. Trailing 12 months, they burned $3.7 million. I need to read the news about this one. Why is the company walk selling off? Massive sell-off due to severe financial and regulatory distress, delisting threat, poor financial health, significant cash burn rates. Yeah, we saw that. Massive contraction in revenues. Potential risk of bankruptcy. You don't say. They have $13 billion of debt coming due in a year. They're appealing the delisting and approved a 1-for-100 reverse stock split. Yeah, bro. I can totally see it, bro. Massive losses, massive debt coming due within a year. What could possibly go wrong? This was just like a pandemic winner, probably, but they're cooked. I mean, like, look at this stock price. I mean, what does that tell you? With that level of cash burn, they're probably going under. They got a lot of debt coming due. $13 million coming due very freaking soon. So, not personally a fan. Not personally a fan. All right, let's do some member-only comments. Do we get any Venmos? Nobody likes the Venmo. I guess Venmo is it's private. I set it all to private. All right, let's see. I saw Gil in the comments. Okay, I answered that one. I gotta wait for my queen. He's not going to like it. Could have saved you. Oh, he loved it. He loved my analysis, bro. Robinhood has Bitcoin. Oh, wow. They have Bitcoin. Bullish, bro. This guy literally looked at a dragonfly and called it a beetle. Did I call that I didn't call it a beetle. What are you talking about? I mean, maybe. If I get my taxes done with you, yes, that is a deal. I don't know how I do it. Maybe I'll send you $5 back, but yes. If you do your taxes with me, I will at a minimum send you $5 back for 1 month of membership. Deal? Book a free consultation. Pin comment below. No, he won't. Oh, a tax client for a membership? That's a deal. I mean, I think I can give it to you for free, but as a member, he should do my yeah, I'm going to do your taxes for free because you gave me $5. Yeah, that's a great deal, Alan. Wow, I've never heard of a better deal in my life. Looking good, Chris. Thank you, Chad. Yeah, I'm going to shave too, so I look really good for pictures tomorrow up at my parents' house. I've been bunkered in my basement for 4 years now. Moaz soon. Any day. Yeah. Oh, yeah. AMC has $4 billion of debt. And they're over almost $2 billion underwater. What could possibly go wrong, bro? Wow, can't do a Christmas special and do it for free. Dude, if I took free requests, I'd be sitting here for like 10 hours. I'm not going to sit here for 10 hours, okay? Sorry. Who are watching you on? You're obviously watching me. I mean, Christmas is over. Okay, you have the family. You open the presents. Maybe you have dinner. And then you're done. I'm actually doing Christmas tomorrow. So if that guy's making $50K, why would he come to Strongman's small channel to promote? I mean, I think he wants me to promote him. I'll think about it. Doesn't make sense. $50K a month, many members, becomes a strongman. Hey, he paid me $110. I gave him a live debate. That's how that works. I bet he will do Cash Flow Kings even. If he does, Cash Flow Kings, if you're listening, charge him $110. I don't play. You want to come on my channel? $100. Sue me. AMC is going to end up buying Bitcoin. Oh, I mean, I can see it. Every failing company buys Bitcoin. When you see a company buying Bitcoin, I guarantee you they're a failing company. We suck. Time to buy Bitcoin. I mean, I don't mind going to the theater. I got nothing against AMC. I got nothing against the company, but it's been bankrupt. It's not going to the moon, bro. Okay. Says message not. Okay, we covered that. This is a Christmas special, guys. Time's running out. $8 super chat, $7 Venmo. Let's go. Where's my money? Where's my check? Where's my GDP, baby? Daddy's hungry for your money. Okay, let's see. Man, too bad I have to skip over these non-member comments. That sucks. Only the brokies want free stuff. I'm not doing free. No, I'm not. Whiners complaining that Zomga, Strongman. Oh my God. Strongman is doing a live stream on Christmas. Oh, I knew I'd get that. I knew people would complain about, why are you live streaming on Christmas? But then you're watching the stream. Look, I already told everybody, I'm picking up my kids tomorrow. I'm going up to my parents' house. I'm not going to be able to stream for a couple days. So I'm getting my grift bucks now, boy. I'm getting my grifties. Get my grifty sifties. And here you are complaining like a bunch. They always complain. Everybody comes to my channel and just complains. I'm like their therapist. I should become a therapist. I'll make a fortune. Looking forward to the opening bell live streams. Oh, we're going to have a good time next year, okay? Yeah, I think during tax season, I mean, I'll have time to at least do market open and market close. And then every other moment of the day, I'll be doing taxes. And when I'm not doing taxes, I'll be on YouTube, okay? It's a beautiful cycle. I go on YouTube. I do live streams. I shill my taxes. Book a free consultation below. Free initial 30-minute consultation with a certified public accountant. And I do people's taxes. They pay me. And then when I'm not getting paid to do taxes, I'm back on the internet shilling my taxes. Okay? Someone says I'm a douche. Merry Christmas. Elemental Daddy, why am I giving you comments for free? Oh, should I pay you to read your comments? I'll pay you. Every time I read your comment, I'll send you $1,000. All right, somebody says $100 to talk my books, or I get a gram and a bottle of to talk your books. What books? What are you talking about? Look, I'll take your $100, but I don't know what you're trying to ask me. Do you know who clavicular is? Let me see.
Clavicular. I'm clavicular.
Oh, is he like a looks maxing dude? Guys, you don't have to looks max, okay? Or at least to the extent that these morons do. You know how you look good, okay? You exercise, lift weights and do cardio, get a nice haircut, shave, be presentable, and that's it. That's all you have to do. You don't need to mash your face with a mallet. What's wrong with you people? Okay? I mean, I'm pretty handsome, obviously, but I'm not like Giga Chad. I've had plenty of women in my life. Okay? I'm not getting a woman every day, but I've done pretty well. And I've never done mewing. My jaw, bro. I'm getting my jaw strong, bro. It's so stupid. Okay? Trust me. Work out, get a nice haircut, shave, and have nice pictures on your dating profile, or go out in public, or join a club. Because the biggest thing, you need to be around women. You have to. If you can't do well on dating apps, you have to be around them. That's the only way. But like mewing, that's stupid. It's so stupid. Your genetics are your genetics. I mean, there's only so much you can do. What's a respectable net worth for somebody in their 30s? I mean, it really depends on the person. Like, I mean, I think if you've paid off your student loans, I think if you're regularly investing into a tax advantage account, you know, you don't have to have a crazy net worth as long as you're on the right track. I mean, the 30s, you're still kind of young. You're not old. You got a bunch of working years ahead of you. So I'd say in your 30s, just focus on getting out of like high interest debt, getting rid of student loans, and then you can really start hammering your tax advantage accounts in your 30s. I wouldn't worry about your net worth too much in your 30s. Just have good things set in motion at that time, and it'll pay off. So, I mean, what's the average net worth of a 30-year-old? What is the median net worth of an Amerifat in their 30s? The median net worth for Americans in their 30s falls between $90,000 and $135,000. With younger 30-somethings lower and older 30-somethings higher, really. All right, so the median net worth for ages 30 to 34 is between $88,000 to $89,000. I mean, that makes sense. You know, you're finally out of your student loans, hopefully. And then it climbs to $138,000 to $141,000 by 35, 39. Okay. I mean, the main thing with net worth with me, I think liquid or financial net worth is superior than home equity. I'm not a fan of home equity. I don't like home equity. Do I have home equity? Yes, I do. Can I use it? No, I can't. Would you rather have 500 grand of cash right now, or would you rather have 500 grand of home equity? I'll take the cash. My home equity, bro. You can't use it. So what's the point? He ran over someone on a live stream. What? Well, that's not good. He's a looks maxer. Those people are stupid. Okay? It's too extreme.
Oh, girls aren't going to like me.
I told you what to do. Okay? And then you have to get ready to get rejected a bunch of times. I've been rejected probably 90% of the time. But 10% of the time, I'm not rejected. Okay? That's how it works. Tools needing a looks. It's so stupid. It's really just get a haircut, work out, and then just be prepared to get rejected a bunch until you finally land somebody. That's all I can say. Oh, it's too easy, bro. Blah, ha, 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 ha. Amerifat net worth. I mean, the average American, everybody on the internet's lying, okay? The average American is not doing well. They're poor. They have very low net worths, and most of their net worth is in their freaking house. I don't care about my home equity. I've said this 1,000 times. I have like 100 grand of home equity. I might as well not have it at all. I can't use it. I'm not selling my house, my baby, and I'm not taking a home equity loan for what? I got to remodel my kitchen, bro. State of the art, bro. Every 2 years, bro. No, I'm not doing that. It's fake net worth. 10% is all you need to kloop. It's true. That's been my experience. I've been rejected a ton of times, but I'm like, I'm so used to it. I'm like, oh, she didn't like me. 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 Oh, she likes me. Clap. Oh, she don't like me. Oh, she don't like me. Oh, she doesn't like me. Oh, this girl does. And then it's just a cycle. That's it. Okay. 333. I think you're hyper. I'm amped up right now. I'm collecting. I'm making money. Oh, baby, I'm making so much money. Just think if I could double my subs and do this every day. Okay? Every day. Well, every weekday at least. Outside of tax season. Tax season is a priority, obviously, in the next couple of months. Because I make way more money from taxes than I do from this. Okay? All right, I'm going to go tinkle. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. I'm a little hyper right now. I'm going to go lay in bed and crash after this. All right, let me do a quick Jeremy video while I go to the bathroom. And then it's either a $7 Venmo or an $8 super chat. And I'll cover whatever you want. If not, we'll just hang out a little bit longer. And then I'll go chill out. All right, I'll be right back.
Man, fuck Jeremy LaFave. I think it's time we put his channel in the grave. Dude is such a clown. Dude's the biggest meme. Planet 13 got him having wet dreams. The only thing he made his chick the next was his mortgage. He's gonna have to sell his Teslas in his storage. Tesla, man, admit you got lucky. Your morals are yucky. $60 monthly from some sucker in Kentucky, making a few thousand monthly. You think robbing people of their savings is funny? Financial education, more like chronic masturbation. Fuck that noise, listen to my proclamation. Buy BT, buy BT. Buy BT, buy BT. Buy BT, buy BT. Strong man, that's my wicket, and we buying all day. Buy BT, buy BT. Buy BT, buy BT. Buy BT, buy BT. Strong man, that's my wicket, and we buying all day. BT, my BT. Fuck Win Resort. More like Lose Resort. Tattoo chef, elf on a shelf. Suck a dick. Corsair. Your bitch got coarse hair. Yeah.
Daddy's back. Let me throw in a pouch here. I'm actually running low. Daddy's running low. Daddy needs to refresh his stockpile tomorrow morning. I'm going to wake up at 8 o'clock tomorrow. Okay, maybe 7:55. I'm going to throw on my clothes, and then I'm going to stop at 7-Eleven and get a coffee and a couple Velo Pluses. And then I'm going to pick up my Rugrats, and I'm going to drive up to my parents' house. That's the master plan tomorrow. NBR, and what do you feel about oil in the next 2 years? Oil, I have no idea. I really don't even try to predict where freaking oil is going to go, but we'll check out NBR.
NBR.
Neighbors. Sounds very British. All right. Less than $1 billion market cap on trailing revenue of $3 billion. It's trading pretty low. Positive trailing net income. No forward PE ratio. What's been going on with this company? Haven't been doing too hot. They provide drilling and drilling-related services for land-based and offshore oil and natural gas wells. The company operates through 4 segments: drilling solutions, and rig technologies. You seem to like this kind of stuff, I've noticed. It provides tubular running services. Okay, so I mean, they're in offshore drilling. Got it. Okay. I'm just checking this out. Hold on. Okay, we got a man with a very weird shaped head. All right, let's just look at the financials. And I have an idea for oil, okay? All right, so revenue, they basically grew revenue pretty significantly all the way to 2023. Then it's been completely flatlined with a little bit of a boost recently. So they finally managed to grow some revenue after a couple years. Let's look at margins. Okay, gross margins stayed stable, low 40s, high 30s. Consistent operating margin, operating profit, that's good. Huge explosion in profit margin that had to be a one-off accounting adjustment. Free cash flow precipitously dropping. They're probably investing a lot of money into new rigs and etc. Okay. So hopefully those investments pay off. Let's look at their balance sheet. $428 million in cash. A lot of receivables. Yeah, they definitely accrued a lot of revenue. So revenue is when you deliver a service, but you haven't received the cash yet. That's all a receivable is. So you debit receivable, credit revenue. So total current asset of $1.4 billion. Total current liabilities of $680 million. So nothing crazy there. Property, plant, and equipment. Almost $3 billion. Let's look at their debt. Yeah, it looks like they're paying off debt a little bit, or it moved to current portion. No. Okay, so they have about $2.3 billion in debt on $2.9 billion of property, plant, and equipment. So not crazy. Let's look at their interest expense. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. I think I see the problem with this company. I think my massive brain can comprehend the problem with why this company's been struggling. Look at their operating income. Okay. The most recent quarter, $75 million. Look at their interest expense, $54 million. So in the most recent quarter, their interest has consumed 71% of their operating profits. Now, obviously, they have some interest in investment income, so that kind of compensates a little bit for it. But that debt is pretty brutal. That debt is killing them. Okay, that's consuming the vast majority of their profits. And if you go back a couple quarters, they were paying more in interest than they were making an operating income. So only recently have they been able to kind of, because of these new contracts or whatever they've secured, they've finally been able to kind of make a little bit of operating income after interest expense. But the debt's brutal. Not good. Okay, they sold some assets. Okay, that's why they had that huge profit spike. It's because they sold assets and had a gain on it. So, legal settlements. Man, they got cooked back in 2023. Income tax expense, yeah. Okay, so this profit spike. They're making so much money. It's because they sold assets at a gain. So their balance sheet's okay, but their debt is destroying their profits. I mean, basically, you might as well be a bondholder. Okay, they have positive operating cash flow, so they're doing fine. They're making money from operations. They're definitely throwing a lot of money into capital expenditures. So, I mean, basically, if hopefully this pays off in the future, because they need to really juice operating income because that debt is just crushing them. Like, it's just brutal. What's their plan to fix that freaking debt? That's the problem. That's the big problem there. And obviously, I mean, they're paying off debt. That's good. The net debt, they paid some off, but it's not good. Okay. So I don't know. Are you concerned about that debt? Seems pretty concerning to me. That's a significant portion of their operating income. Okay. Wow. I don't even understand. Some of these charts are pretty bad. So the debt's kind of concerning to me. I mean, and they're trading. They're not doing too hot on their stock price. There's a good reason it's sold off. That debt ain't pretty. That debt ain't pretty. So, not a fan personally. Oh, well, they got upgrading to their credit ratings, but they're issuing more debt. They're offering more debt. I don't know if it's to refinance or what, but it's a very debt-laden company. Very debt-laden company. And I'm not a fan of debt, okay? Especially debt. Imagine you're making money at your job, right? You make $100 at your job, and then you got to pay $70 in interest. You're not in a good position. You're in a very bad position. And if, let's say, something goes wrong and you don't get a contract, or your job, you get fired from your job for a couple weeks or a month, then you're really in trouble, because now you got that debt payment you got to make, and you're not making any income, or your income's dropped. So that's very concerning. Man, they went freaking nuts back in 2008. Whew. That is not a pretty chart. Not a pretty chart at all. So personally, I'm not a fan. Why not just buy like an energy ETF? Like, why do we have to pick these individual? Like, isn't there a Vanguard energy ETF? I'm not recommending this. I'm just saying, like, oh, VDE. Yeah. I actually regret not buying this. Okay. I mean, like, wow. Why not just, like, if you want to speculate on the energy sector, there's a highly diversified ETF for you. Why buy an individual stock, especially a company that has the vast majority of its operating income being devoured by a massive debt pile? And only recently was paying more in interest than their operating income. I mean, VDE, what's the 0.09% expense ratio with the 3.02% SEC yield? I mean, the returns haven't been stellar. It's underperformed the broad market, but you know, if you want to play energy, maybe do that. I don't know. Not financial advice. So, okay. $2. Vu? Oh, I've never heard of Vu before. What's that? Vu rhymes with poo. That's my analysis of Vu. Okay. Let me show you my Vu analysis, okay? I am a proud owner of Vu. Now, you may say, what? What do you mean, strong man? I thought you were a VT shill. This is VT, the Vanguard Total World Stock ETF. Year to date, it's up 21%. Man, what a horrible return. With trailing dividends of 2.57. So if the dividends had been accumulated, this would have been trading at like 145. So it's had solid returns. What's been the total returns? 11.74% total returns. Okay. And we could be at a period where international outperforms. It's done so year to date. We could be in a period where this happens again. It's happened before. Everybody thinks, AI. International's cooked this year. I mean, look at this. The XUS. Look at this beast. 28% plus trailing dividends of $2.40. So it's over 30, I would imagine, in a year. Now, Vu, watch this, guys. Watch this. What percentage of the world market is the S&P 500? The S&P 500 accounts for approximately 50% of the total global stock value. I own Vu. Vu is half of my portfolio, my stock portfolio. Wow. But I also have mid caps and small caps in the United States. I also have international. There you go. There's your $2 analysis of Vu. I'm not saying it's a bad ETF, but all right. Might be closing this out soon. Any last takers? Any last takers? Going once. This is your chance to get a This is your chance to get a deal, bro. 10% is all you need to clap some cheeks. That's true. 1 out of 10 is a great ratio if you're just, I mean, I've done decently well. 4 claps this year. Not bad. Not bad. Are you going to make more Jeremy cards? I didn't make them. That was a fan contest. I actually do have a Jeremy video planned because he's been going after index fund investors again. I think he misses me making fun of him. I think he misses Big Daddy. Management is good, just banking on oil to go up. I mean, if they do have a good time, if they do have a good run in the next year or two, if they start paying down that debt, that would be very smart of them because that debt is pretty significant. I mean, they're not like on the verge of bankruptcy now, but they're struggling pretty bad. You should pay Meet Kevin to advertise. Meet Kevin is not happy with me. After I clapped those cheeks with the house hack expose, he's not happy with Big Daddy. He is not happy at all. He was mad. Oh. Everyone hates Bitcoin right now. Meet Kevin trashes it every day. I hate Bitcoin always. I always hate Bitcoin. I always hate Bitcoin. I'm trying to make so much money on Bitcoin. Maybe you don't buy Bitcoin at all because it's fundamentally worthless garbage. All right. Okay. Well, since you signed up as a membership, it's supposed to be $8, but since you've already contributed to the channel, I'll give you a break on this one, okay? ABAT, my shark splat. What is ABAT? American Battery Technology Company. Are we sharing? It's got a market cap of $515 million on trailing revenue of $5 million. That's 100 price to sales. And negative net income of negative $45 million. No PE, no forward PE. What the hell is this? What is this? Operates as a battery materials company to explore. It's an exploration company for resources of battery metals, lithium, nickel, cobalt, and develops and commercializes technology for the extraction of battery. Is this like a play on freaking reshoring? Is that what this is? Well, let's go look at the website. Battery metal supply challenges. Less than 1% of global manufacturing capacity of each of the primary battery metals, lithium, nickel, cobalt, and manganese, is currently with the U.S. The federal government considers all 4 minerals to be essential to the economic or national security. Okay, this is probably a rare earth play, I would imagine. Do these count as rare earths? Let's see. I mean, I could see it if you're like trying to do this as like a play, like, oh, it's national security and the Trump administration is not going to let it go bankrupt. Are these rare earths? They are not rare earth, but they are classified as critical minerals. Okay. Where does the U.S. get the majority of the supply of these currently? The U.S. is heavily dependent on imports for all 4 minerals, as domestic mining remains limited in 2025. South America and African nations are the primary source. China dominates the global midstream supply chain, processing 60 to 90% of these minerals. Okay. Fundamentally, this company is a steaming pile of garbage. Let's go look. It is a steaming pile of poo-poo. Look at the market. Oh, my God. This is literally a gamble that the U.S. government is going to turn its eye on this company. The margins are abysmal. I mean, look at negative 1,000%. I mean, obviously, fundamentally, it's a freaking turd. But okay, it's got a decent amount of cash, 30 million of cash versus 5 million of current debts. It's got 59 million of property, plant, and equipment and no long-term debt. Okay, so the balance sheet's okay. I mean, let's see. Yeah, I mean, their balance sheet's pretty fortified, at least for the next couple of quarters. So this is literally just a play. I mean, like, could this company benefit temporarily? Yes, it could. Am I going to gamble on a massively unprofitable penny stock in the hopes that the U.S. government bails it out or keeps it going because of these critical minerals? I don't know. Fraud investigation. What if that's like a stupid shareholder thing? This is a very speculative company. Fundamentally, it's a freaking turd. It's a balloon, not a bubble. Remains strategically important. Yeah, it's just a play on that. It could potentially work out, but that's not something I would own long run. First article's fraud investigation. So I could see why somebody would speculate in it, but I personally would not do that. Interesting. All right. No Venmos. We might shut this down, ladies and gentlemen. Going once. Going twice. Let's review all the money I've made. Thank you. That was a hilarious reaction. I enjoyed it. See, I enjoy doing stuff like that. That's fun to me. Going and roasting Robin Hood. Oh, man, I could do that all day. Planet 13, that was hilarious. AMC, also hilarious. Some good recommendations. We got a new member. Welcome, good sir. RTO. Wasn't a big fan of that one, personally. Oil. Walk. That was a freaking joke. You think I'm hyper. It's a show, bro. It's entertainment. Oil. I would just, personally, I get an ETF. VU analysis. ABAT. Oh, and a super, thank you, man. I made out like a bandit for Christmas. Thank you all. I appreciate it. All right. Anyway, like, subscribe. Consider joining as a member to support the channel. Also consider booking a free, and I mean free, 30-minute initial consultation. You can talk to me for free. I give you upfront fixed quotes, and I'll prepare your business and or personal taxes like a boss. You can go to H&R Block with a bunch of new trainees that are just following software prompts. Or you could talk to an experienced, certified public accountant who's been doing taxes going on, 4 years now? 5 years? Something like that? Yes, I am Tax Daddy. I am Big Tax Daddy. Book a free 30-minute consultation below. What's the risk? You talk to me for free. Either you say yes or no. That's it. I know. You can talk to me for free. Don't you want to talk to me? Look at me. Look at my robe, bro. Somebody says H&R Block hose them. Yeah, dude. If you have very simple taxes, okay. But if you're doing backdoor Roth conversions, you got a business, especially if you have an S Corp or a partnership or a C corporation, yeah, you should probably go with a CPA. Okay? And that CPA is me. Daddy. Big Daddy. Anyway, check out the pinned comment below. Book a free 30-minute consultation. And Merry Christmas. I probably won't be posting in the next couple of days, but I will see you next week. Cheers.